Hello, welcome to lesson 9. So today we'll be learning chapter 7.8, intersection of a straight line and a curve. Okay, so before we go to this subtopic, let's go to our previous homework first. Okay, this is from Emmanuel's year 9 science 2 homework. Is his work. So let's check the answer together. Okay, I think most of you get the answers correctly. Okay, so you just need to take the answer and find it out where is your careless mistake. If you cannot find your careless mistake, please let me know, okay? Okay, so this one. Let's look at question number 1. A, y equals to negative x plus 5. Please tick on your answer. Okay, so before that, I want you to tick on the midpoint as well. 2, 3, and also your gradient, which is negative 2. Okay, and then part B, this is a very neat work, so it's very easy for you to check your answer, compare your answer with his answer. Okay, for part B, the final answer is y equals to half x. Okay, and then midpoint, please tick, and your gradient also please tick for your perpendicular gradient. Okay, now let's look at C. C, the answer is y equals to half x plus 23 over 4. Okay, so midpoint is this, and also your gradient is 1 over 2. Please tick that part. And then D is negative 3x plus 7. Okay, then gradient m2 negative 3, and midpoint is 1, 4. Okay, now let's look at E. E here, 1 over 2x minus 5 over 4, half, and midpoint. Tick as well. And then question number 2, 7, 0. Your P, and also the equation. Okay, this is the equation. You can leave your answer in this form, or if you want to follow the answer at the back, it will be this one. Okay, it's actually the same thing, because this one, when you times with 3, you will get this one at the bottom. Okay, but it's okay, you can leave your answer like this one, y equals mx plus c. Okay, let's look at question number 3. Question number 3, this is the answer, 0, 1, and negative 4, 0. Okay, this is a final answer because they ask you to find the coordinates, points on the axis. Okay, then let's look at question 4. Question 4, there are 3 answers. P is 7, 5, half x plus 3 over 2, and 10 units. Okay, please mark using red pen. Okay? Alright, so let's look at this subtopic over here, the intersection of a straight line and a curve. Okay, so if we are given one linear graph and also another non-linear graph, or a linear equation and a non-linear equation, okay, these two graphs, they will touch at each other. They will definitely meet at each other, okay? If it's not meeting at each other, okay, it's normally two parallel lines, okay? One pair of parallel lines, okay, they won't meet each other. But then when we have a linear and non-linear, okay, and if you want to find the point of intersection, you know what is point of intersection already? The point where they touch at each other, or they meet at each other. Okay, we find point of intersection using simultaneous equation. Okay, you remember our first chapter? Okay, we do simultaneous equations, right? Okay, and then it may intersect more than one point. So normally we normally have 2 answers, isn't it? Okay, so this chapter is quite an easy chapter for you because you already learned in chapter 1 previously in simultaneous equation. So this one, no problem lah, sub-soi lah, easy lah. But then we need to recap again. We need to test, especially on your timer. Okay, so today will be a special one. We need to use timer. Okay, I want you to use timer to do these questions. Okay, but before that, maybe you can listen to my instruction first. Today I will cover exercise 7.8. This is in page 166 in your textbook. Okay, it's I will choose a few questions here. I'm choosing question 3 until 7. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 5 questions here. Okay, you see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm not gonna cover everything here. Okay, I will cover only 2 questions. Okay, and then but I want you to listen here. You must try by your own using timer. You see I got write duration here. You see this your duration. So I want you to write down how many minutes for you to do this question, like that. Okay, so you need to show me, you're gonna send me your answers, by the way, right? So you must include this one, the duration. I want to see how much you spend for each question here. Okay, but then before that, I will do 2 questions out of these 5 questions here. All right, I will explain to you a little bit. Okay, let's look at question 3. Okay, I mean, what's the difference between this chapter, this 7.8, with our first chapter? Okay, nothing much, is only an additional of a few parts only. Okay, it's the same as your first chapter. It's just that adding a little bit more. Okay, let's look at this question 3. The line intersects the curve. Okay, so we have a line, we have a curve. But do you need to know how to plot these 2 graphs? No need. Okay, but I will show you how the graph looks like. Okay, the line intersects the curve at P and Q, right? Okay, so the graph will look like this. Okay, so this is the curve. This is the curve. The red one is the curve. The equation of this curve is the one that I showed you just now. This one. Xy equals to 6 minus 2y. Okay, that's the red one. Okay, this is the non-linear. This is the non-linear. Non-linear means it's not a straight line. Okay, and then the blue one, this one is the linear, which is y minus x equals to 1. Okay, this one. And then they intersect, they touch each other at P and Q. So your POI here is this one and this one. Okay, your POI is these 2. And then what they're asking you to find, do they ask you to find POI? No, right? They didn't ask you to find POI. They asked you to calculate the midpoint of PQ. So you're gonna find midpoint of PQ. You remember midpoint of PQ? You look back at your first page of the topic where I asked you to write down your formula. You can refer back to that, the midpoint. Okay, so we're gonna find the midpoint, the middle of these 2 points. Okay, P and Q. Anything, they didn't say specifically which one is P, which one is Q. Okay, just assume this one is P, this one is Q. You're gonna find the midpoint. The midpoint is somewhere here. Okay, but we are doing this without graph. This is just for you to visualize how the graph looks like. But it's not necessary for you to know how the graph, how do you draw the graph, because you don't need to draw the graph, right? So now I'm doing this here together with you first for this question. Okay, and then after you see how I do this, then you pause this video, you try to try to put timer. You time yourself, how much time do you do for this question? Okay, honest here. But you must give yourself only 10 minutes. You put stopwatch lah. Okay, give yourself only 10 minutes. If 10 minutes time you cannot do, then you refer to my answer here. Okay, you give yourself only maximum of 10 minutes here. Okay, alright, I'm gonna do this question together with you. Okay, we're gonna do simultaneous equation, right? Because I just assume maybe some of you forget already how to do simultaneous equation. So this one, the first equation here, I make y as subject. So this one I sub here. Okay, then I don't forget this one also y, right? You need to sub in to your y. Okay, so this is from your first equation. You're subbing in into your second equation. Okay, so after this I expand. This one you can do Ultraman, or we call Factorization Method. Okay, it's called Factorization Method. Okay, I'm not going to show you the Ultraman how it works. Okay, you do it your own. And then you have 2x here. So if you have 2x, then you will have 2y lah. So I sub into my first equation. Okay, so I have my coordinate -4 and -3, and then 1, 2. Okay, so just assume this is P, this is Q. After that, the next question is asking you to find midpoint of PQ. Okay, midpoint midpoint of PQ. So when you write down, please write down a correct alphabets here. Or you can write down the whole thing, midpoint of PQ. So this one midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2. And then y2 plus y1 plus y2 over 2. So here I get my negative 3 over 2 bracket negative half. Okay, so this is my answer. Done. Okay, and then duration, I don't know how much, I didn't count what is my duration, okay, because I'm explaining this to you. It's yourself now, okay. After you're watching this, you pause, you do it your own, you try to do it by yourself without referring to my answer, okay, and see how much time you need to do this, okay. Please make sure your answer is correct, please make sure your answer is correct, okay. So you tick your answer if it's correct, and then well done. Okay, if you do it in less than, it's better for you to do in somewhere 5 to 7 minutes is the best. Okay, it's the best time, 5 to 7 minutes. So you can put the timing and then you praise yourself or put a love shape there. Yes, I did it. Okay, something like that. Right? Okay, now let's look at question 4. Okay, so question 4 here, I'm going to hint you only. So before you press that timer button, okay, you can listen to my explanation here. I'm gonna give you hint only, I give you only hint, but I'm not gonna teach you and show you how to do this because this one is just simultaneous equation. You can do it, okay? I know you can do it, okay, guys? I know you guys can do it. So I want to give you some hint. You have first equation here, you have second equation here, okay? So use simultaneous equation and you will find your A and B. Okay, A and B is not necessary for you to put because it's not a specific point. Either points can be A, can be B. So meaning to say that you have two answers. Okay, and then A is to find midpoint. Midpoint just use formula saja. You know your formula already. Okay, and then the length of AB. Part B is also you can find already. You know your length of AB formula sudah. So you just submit, and then I give you the answer here. This is the answer. Okay. So before you even press the timer, okay, you make sure that you start and then you stop after you finish, after you get this answer, okay? After you get this answer. If you cannot get this answer in 10 minutes time, don't pressure yourself. You stop the timer, you do it on your own pace, okay? But if you want to show me how many minutes you do, please do it. Okay, I would like to know how much time you use. Maybe you use 30 minutes, I don't know. Just write it there so I can know which question is actually difficult for you all. Okay, so please write down the timer. Okay, this one must write must write down how much time you need to do this. Okay, make sure the answer is this. Don't leave your answer that is wrong. Okay, when you submit to me, make sure your answer is correct. Okay, if your answer is not correct and you spend a lot of time, you cannot tahan already, you come and ask me. You take picture, show me, you send to me through Teams or WhatsApp, then I help you to check where is your careless mistake. Okay, but before that, I want you to train yourself first to find out the careless mistake by your own. Okay, how do you do that? You already have the answer, so no matter what, you still have to find out the answer. Okay, right, same goes to question 5. Okay, now keep calm and wear mask. Remember that if you go out, please wear mask. Okay, so this one also the same. Please write down your duration to do this question. The duration where you write this is until you get the correct answer. Until you get the correct answer. Don't give me a wrong answer. Don't give me the answer that is not following my answer here. Okay, must follow my answer. Must get the answer. Okay, so this one, question 5 is also same thing. Equation 1, equation 2, you see, you just need to solve simultaneous equation. And part A is to find the length of AB. Length, you just follow the formula of the length of AB. But part B, equation of a perpendicular bisector. Okay, we just learned perpendicular bisector in chapter 7.7. Okay, in chapter 7.7. So, remember you have four steps. Step number 1, you find midpoint. Step number 2, you find gradient, M1. Third step, you find gradient of the perpendicular. And then fourth is y equals to mx plus c using the point midpoint and the gradient of perpendicular. Okay, then you can find the equation of the perpendicular bisector. Okay, so this is the answer. I already give you the answer here. Please follow. Please get the answer and give me the duration. And number 6, same thing. This one, find the coordinate of intersection, point of intersection. Okay, this one also very easy. You just need to use simultaneous equation. You don't need to do anything extra. You just need to find point of intersection, and this is the answer. Please follow and give me the duration. Okay, please write down duration. And then question 7. Okay, question 7 here. I can do this. You can do it by your own first. Okay, you can do it by your own first without my help, but then for this question I will do it. Alright, okay, so I will start now. Just in case if you don't want to listen to my explanation for now, you want to try it by your own, okay, you do it. Okay, so question 7, a straight line of gradient m, so you have a gradient m, so that m equals to 3 is drawn through the point. This is a point, means this straight line is passing through here. Okay, is drawn through the point on the curve. Okay, it means that it's also passing through the curve. So this curve is passing through 2, negative 2 is passing through this one, this point, and also the line. Okay, just example, if you have a curve here, and then you have a straight line, gradient, let's say it's passing through the same point. Okay, and the gradient here is 3. Find the coordinates of the point at which the line meets the curve again. Okay, again. Means that this coordinate of the point, this point of intersection, okay, it will be 2 because it will meet again another one more. Means that you're going to find this POI, another POI. So what we're going to do is we have to find, before we find POI, we need a simultaneous equation between two equations, right? But we only have one equation here, which is your y equals to 3x squared minus 7x. So what we're gonna do is to find this one first, y equals to mx plus c. We can find that definitely because we have gradient already, and we already have the point that passing through it. Okay, so I find my y equals to mx plus c. So my m is 3, I sub in my 2 and negative 2 into the equation. And my c is negative 8. So my equation is 3x minus 8. Okay, and then I simultaneous equation, simultaneous equation with the curve. Equation 1, equation 2. So I sub in there, so it's 3x minus 8 equals to 3x squared minus 7x. Okay, and then here you do Ultraman or do factorization. Okay, so this one will be minus 4 minus 2 equals 0. Don't forget your equals 0. So your x is 4 over 3 and your x is 2. Okay, and then I sub in to my y. Negative 4 and negative 2. So my coordinate is 4 over 3 negative 4 and another one is 2 negative 2. So your answer is only this one. This one you can reject because you know why? Try to think why you need to reject that. Because this 2 negative 2, it's this. You see, remember this is the answer, the point of intersection. Okay, when you simultaneous these two equations, definitely you will have two POI. Okay, but this POI 2 negative 2 is already in the question. It says that it passing through 2 negative 2, but then it meets the curve again. You need to know the other point that passing through the curve again. So this is the one that you need to find. So since this one is already on your answer 2 negative 2, so the other one will be this 4 over 3 negative 4. Okay, you can take your answer. So, how long do you do for this question? After listen to my explanation, if you haven't started yet, okay, you can start now. Remember to write down the duration the time that you spend to do the questions. Okay? So, okay, 7.8 we have done. We have done our 7.8. So today's lesson, lesson 9, is your exercise 7.8. Question number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay? My note here, please include durations. Okay? Use timer, use timer. Please include durations for each question, each question. Alright? So, it's okay if you take a lot of time. Okay? I don't mind because this is part of your practice. It's not a test like that. Just a small test for yourself. It's like practice for yourself whether you still remember how to do or not. Okay? Because it's all about simultaneous equation. Alright? Okay, and then make sure the answer all correct. Make sure answers are correct before you submit. Before submit. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you guys. See you guys in lesson 10. Bye.